Well, good evening. I'm Dory Marlin.
And I'm Greg Floyd. On this federal primary night here in New York State, we have live team coverage. We start things out with the race in the Capital Region and North Country. A bitter battle that has played out on your TV screen for a couple of months now has come to an end.
We're talking about the race for the GOP nomination in the 21st Congressional District. Investment manager Matt Doheny versus former White House staffer Elise Stefanik, both of them hoping to take this first big step toward winning the seat currently held by the retiring Democrat Bill Owens.
And we've got a winner. Let's take a look at the numbers. Elise Stefanik is your winner. She has just delivered her victory speech after Doheny conceded a short time ago. There are the numbers on your screen. 84% of the precincts reporting. Stefanik has had that 60 to 40% lead pretty much all night long. She now moves on to be the GOP candidate facing Democrat Aaron Wolf in November.
And we have you covered here tonight. Jennifer Lukey is live with the Stefanik camp at the Queensberry Hotel in Glens Falls. Brandon Lewis is at the Doheny headquarters. That's at the Savory downtown in Watertown.
We're going to start with Jen and Elise Stefanik. Jen, how you doing there?
Very good. I'm actually joined right now live by Elise Stefanik. Congratulations, first of all, in what appears to be a pretty sweeping victory, every county in the district. How do you feel right now?
We're very excited. I'm so excited about the momentum behind our campaign. And more importantly, if you look around this room, there are so many volunteers and supporters who have turned out in support and have worked very hard to earn this victory tonight.
And this has been, we've all seen on our television screens, the ads back and forth. It's been vicious at times. As a newcomer to the political scene as a candidate, what was that like for you? And sort of how do you move forward from there in the general election?
I think it's very important to build bridges within the Republican Party, but also to reach out to independents and conservatives as we head into the election this November. I've focused on an issues-based campaign, how we can grow our economy and grow our small businesses, how we can stand up for our constitutional liberties, even common sense ideas such as requiring members of Congress to live by the laws they pass. That message is resonating across the district, and I think as you look at the Republican turnout, it's resonating and it's bringing in new voters to the fold.
Yeah, we saw a lot of young people standing behind you, and it seems like there's a lot of young Republicans in the room today. They've been helping you with this campaign. Where do you go from here as far as preparing for the general election?
We're excited. Our message, I think, will continue to resonate in the general election, that of smaller and smarter government, common sense solutions, requiring members of Congress to live by their own laws. I think it's an opportunity to make the case about how we need a new direction in Washington. It is very clear that Washington is broken. Virtually everyone I talk to, regardless of their party affiliation, is frustrated by the gridlock, by the career politicians. We need fresh energy, new voices, and new independent ideas. And I hope to bring a generational approach to put forth solutions to solve issues like our runaway spending in this country.
And lastly, this is a very large district, 12 counties. You've been crisscrossing it for months now, and that's what's to come. But there has been some criticism about the time you spent in Washington and how much time you've actually spent in the district. What do you say to that?
I say to that, I was born and raised in upstate New York. I come from a small business family. We do business with hundreds of small businesses customers throughout the congressional district. I live in Willsboro. I'm a proud resident of the North Country, and my roots are here. I do think my Washington experience gives me an opportunity to see how Washington is broken. I understand how bad it is, but I also understand that we desperately need a new generation of leadership because the current incumbents in Washington, they aren't solving the problems that will affect my generation and future generations. We need people to step up to the plate with new ideas to help solve these issues.
Okay, Elise Stefanik, congratulations. Thank you for your time this hour.
Thank you so much.
I know you've got a lot of supporters to get to, so we'll let you get back to that. Thanks. So again, Greg, Dory, the winner of this primary race, Elise Stefanik, will spend probably the next hour or so here with her supporters, thanking them and hitting the ground running for the general election. So that's what's happening here in Glens Falls. Unfortunately, there is a loser in this primary for the Republican line, and my colleague Brandon Lewis is in Watertown with more on Matt Doheny and his concession speech that he actually just gave within the last half an hour.
Yeah, Jennifer, certainly not the scene like you're seeing there. Party here fizzled out very quickly after Matt Doheny gave his concession speech. He came out thanking his supporters and also speaking a little bit about why he believes he was the loser ultimately in this race, talked about how he was ultimately outspent. Throughout the campaign, he continued to call Stefanik a Washington insider and said that he would represent the voice of the people, but also pointed out that there were a lot of Washington interests that he says were involved in this campaign, and that's what he dedicated a good chunk of his concession speech to. Here's a little bit of that.
It's different. And so what we've seen here, and again, We were outspent in total ads, 6-7 to 1, and it obviously made the difference. It just did. It just made the difference.
And Doheny will have an opportunity to run as a third-party candidate. He did secure the Independence Party nomination. Tonight, we did ask him whether he will continue to run despite his defeat on the Republican line. He said that's a decision that he's going to take some time to think over tomorrow, and we will know likely that he will announce that his decision later on tomorrow. We will, of course, continue to give you any updates, but for now, live with the Doheny campaign in Watertown, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.